Hello everyone, how's it going? Dr. Incompetent here, and let's play some Herald, the interactive period drama. This is the complete edition, and Herald is a choice-driven adventure set on the high seas. We're going to board the HLV Herald and uncover its dark secrets in an intriguing tale about tyranny and servitude. And this game will be out on May 1st to check out, and I will put a link in the description below so you can look at the Steam page, follow along, wishlist the game if you are interested. So let's start up for the very first time here. And looks like we're going to start with Book 1, Ire and Irreverence. Okay, I'm going to use the subtitles. Greatly inspired by events that took place during the 19th century, this story is set in an alternate version of our history. Okay.
No sense of sound. No smell of air. Breathless. I drifted among faceless shapes, without a clear distinction of form. Blinded until someone or something made me soar. Higher and higher still I went. That is all I can remember.
I don't believe you.
Oh boy. She doesn't believe us.
Now sit down.
Well, stern is the Ronnie. Oh, cool. The camera kind of like spins down. These pillows
I'm
look
sorry,
pretty nice.
but you can't leave until you tell me. Where are you from? And what is it that you seek in the colonies?
All right, then. So we've got some choices to make, huh? I came from the West, and I'm looking for my roots. I'm just a lone traveler. I seek nothing. I was born here. I'm merely returning home. I'm a lone traveler.
What does it matter? I go wherever my feet take me, and I seek nothing in particular.
That's right.
Do you or do you not swear allegiance to the Lord Protector as a servant of his protectorate?
I mean, is this a trick question? Fine. Don't we all? It's kind of part of the game here, right? With the rules of the game.
Yes, I am a servant of the Protectorate. Aren't you?
The Protectorate does not own us. The colonies may be inside her sphere of influence, but its people are not.
Okay.
You, on the other hand, were wearing their uniform.
I mean...
The bright blue fabric, the golden stitching. It tells me that you are part of the crew on one of their ships, probably a merchant vessel. The embroidery even says that you are the captain of that ship.
Wow, so I was doing great.
Impressive.
I think so.
But what happened to your ship, Captain?
Oh, I'm not telling you anything I don't know, lie. I'm tired. I would like to rest and talk later. I'm tired.
I'm sorry. I'm getting really tired. I'd like to take some rest. We can talk later.
Yeah.
Are you trying to buy time? That's not going to work.
Well, I was hoping it would. How about the silent treatment, lady? Uh-oh.
Maybe this journal will make you talk.
She's got a sinister look in her eyes. You're getting more of the old silent treatment.
It says Devon Rensburg inside.
Okay. So, this is my personal diary. I don't appreciate you reading it.
Is that you?
I mean, it could be all of us. I guess that's me.
All right. I'm Devon Rensburg. And yes, that is mine.
I already know it's yours.
Don't mess with me, lady.
I'll give it back to you once you've enlightened me on its contents. Now read it for me. And remember, I expect the truth.
Oh boy. She's like, I've already memorized it.
Again, where are you from? And what is it that you seek in the colonies?
Would you believe me if I said I didn't know? I'm looking for adventure. A new thrill. I'm chasing the thrills.
Fine. I'll give you the long version. It's not like I have any choice.
No.
I come from the West, born here in the colonies, but raised in the capital of the Protectorate's homeland. A dull and depressing city, full of stuck-up people with terrible customs. Nothing thrilling ever happened there. So I decided to leave that place, in search of adventure. I had heard about someone in the harbour recruiting men for a merchant ship sailing to the east. It was a standard trading mission along the Indigo route. I had never worked on a ship before, but enlisting in the merchant navy was the only way for me to acquire passage across the sea.
Okay.
So that's what I did. The recruiter, Aaron Ludlow was his name, took me in a rowing boat out of the harbour. And there she was, his lordship's vessel, Herald.
Sounds awesome. Bet it's a good boat. We got a nice story for the Ronnie here. Book 1. Nice. I have to say, overall, I like the animation in the game quite a bit. The voice acting is good. I don't play a lot of full-blown, digital books or narrative games, but I play games that are similar. Point-and-click adventures, RPGs, and I wonder if I should try them more often.
My God, Ludlow, have you read this?
It's Captain Cornelius Hendriksz.
No, sir, I haven't.
Look at this guy's quarters. Very, very nice. Is that like his manservant? Just second officer, I guess, standing over his shoulder there?
Your people seem to be causing a lot of unrest in the colonies lately.
Yikes. Oh, colonialism.
My people, sir?
Well, you know.
Yeah, I'm just horribly, excuse me.
I don't know, sir.
Yeah, that's right, Ludlow.
The indigo farmers, they claim the trade does not benefit them enough. They accuse the Lord Protector of abuse of power and demand fairer wages.
They probably deserve them.
The local regent has yet to respond, but I fear he will cave into the pressure.
Cave it in.
Is that why we have the politician on board?
Yes. Senator Morton is the Regent's brother-in-law, and he's going to help him with the complex politics of this affair. He's also accompanying the Regent's daughter safely back to the colonies. Remember to treat both of them with respect.
Sir.
Is there anything else you brought from shore?
Well, apart from the new recruit, a letter, sir, addressed to Senator Morton.
Well, what are you waiting for? Give it to me.
But, sir, it's not your...
My ship, my rules, Ludlow. You know this.
I open all the mail and read it.
Besides, I don't think Mr. Morton has anything to hide from me. He better not.
It says, kill the captain, but I'm the... Oh, no.
May I remind you he is a protectorate official, sir?
And so am I.
Oh.
You there. What do you think, boy? Should I open the letter or not?
Oh, God, he's putting me on it. Okay. I told the captain to open the letter. I hadn't expected him to address me. I warned him not to. I wouldn't, dude.
Don't open it, sir. It's none of your business, and the Protectorate won't like it.
Yeah.
Really now? But what if it's important? What if it's something I need to know in order to keep the peace among the crew and passengers? I am the captain after all, and I have the responsibility to know everything. You should remember that, Mr.
My name is Mr. Captain. I introduced myself as Mr. Rensburg.
Mr. Rensburg, sir. Devon Rensburg. Delighted to make your acquaintance, Captain.
Captain Cornelius Hendriksz. Nice to have you aboard the Herald. Rensburg. I assume you understand that there are rules here. Officer Ludlow will give you the lowdown on them during your tour of the ship.
Naturally, as you can see by this display, the rules do not apply to me, the captain.
Sir, I have other...
But first, Ludlow, I'd like you to find Senator Morton and send him here. I need to talk to him about this letter of his.
I think the animation for the characters is kind of cool, how it's like three-dimensional. Like, it looks like it's just straight up 2D, but then you see them shift around and, like, you know, he's breathing, and then different parts of his collar, his ascot, his nose, they move in different ways. It's neat.
Be quick about it. I'll send Rensburg off to you in a moment.
That's right.
Yes, sir. Be sure to see me on deck, Devon.
So then, Rensburg, I take it you must be returning home to your family?
I suppose. I said yes, adding that I didn't know my real family. I explained that my family lived in the Protectorate. I told the captain I was done with my Protectorate family. Yeah, man, I don't really know him, but yeah.
Yes, I am, sir. It feels strange to say that, though, since I don't really remember my family. I was adopted. I know my father is a Protectorian, and my mother is originally from the colonies. It won't be easy to find them. That's why I'm writing everything that might help me with my search down in my journal.
Yes. Yes, I see. Well, you should look at my globe then, Rensburg. As you see, the colonies are very big. You should write it in your journal.
Okay, I will.
Well, off you go to your tour of the ship. Have a nice evening.
Thank you. Can I just say that your couch back there is very impressive. You can click to inspect objects that are highlighted when you select them with the cursor. Try this on the globe.
There was a globe in the room. The ornate rooster on top stretched his wings out over the world, as if protecting it.
Protected by the rooster. You'll get a notification every time Devon adds new information to his journal. Move your cursor to the top of the screen to make the journal appear and click to open it. There it is. Oh, nice. This is Devon's journal where he collects all the information he finds during his journey aboard the Herald. So here's my task after Captain Hendriksz had welcomed me aboard the ship. I was to follow Officer Ludlow for a tour before going to bed. Okay. And the journal has 4 sections. You can switch between them using the tabs on the right side. Devon has just added something to the encyclopedia section. Okay. The encyclopedia contains background information about the world of Herald. Try to find all the entries before exploring the ship, rather. Okay, cool. So, like, if I go to people, oh, yep, here's everybody I've met so far. Now, Lord Protector Godin, I don't know too much here. The Lord Protector is the elected ruler of the Protectorate. After the fall of Monarchy, the Liberator, Oliver Cromwell, became the first to take on the title. The current and 34th Lord Protector, Jean-Benoit Godin, is the only Frenchman to have ever held the office. Godin is known for his progressive policies, few of which he has been able to actually push through due to overwhelming rebuffs from conservatives. Okay then. Have a look at the other tabs or click the outside of the journal to close it and end the tutorial. So let's see the map. Okay, so here's what we've got. And we can see floor by floor what's going on. These are my tasks, and down here is the sketchbook. In the sketchbook, Devon keeps track of the decisions he has made in the story. You've already unlocked the first one. All sketches remain visible during future playthroughs, so there's different sketches that you can earn if you make different choices. That's cool. I like how we're both frowning in that picture. Nobody liked the interaction. Alright. Oh, what's this?
The captain's cabin was one of the few places on the ship with a heater. The crew didn't have such luxuries at all.
Really nice, Captain.
The paper stand on the captain's desk was filled with letters stamped with a Protectorate seal. Cornelis Hendriksz seemed to be an important man.
Indeed.
The captain's newspaper lay open on his desk. Colony unrest, it said. The rest was too difficult to read from a distance.
Okay. Wow, look at those.
Looking at the display cabinet, I wondered what his collection of exotic and antique weapons said about the captain's character.
That he's worldly and definitely didn't steal them. Okay. Oh, that's the heater. Alright, let's go up this way, I guess. We're on the poop deck.
Oh, well, I would assume he's reading your letter right now, Mr. Morton.
I sincerely hope you're joking.
No, on the contrary, sir. At sea, the captain makes his own rules. As far as I can tell, our captain is king on the Herald, sir. The crew, his loyal subjects.
Officer, there are several reasons why the people got rid of the king back in the day. This is precisely the sort of thing that led us to abolish the monarchy. I'm going to have a word with Captain Hendriksz now. Please carry on.
Can we watch? Darn.
Not one, but 2 large ornate compasses stood on the poop deck near the ship's wheel. Protectorate design seems to favor perfect symmetry.
I guess so.
I was quite often tempted to take over the wheel and sail us on a random course towards adventure, but that wouldn't have been a smart move.
Yeah. That will get us thrown over the side. This is Ahmad Shaban. The captain may seem a bit gruff sometimes, but he's a good man. Cares about his crew. Alright.
That, Devon, was Senator Lewis Morton. Did you see the look on his face when I told him the captain opened his letter? Pure agony.
Mm-hmm. I thought it was funny.
It would be fun if we could see what's happening inside the captain's quarters right now.
It would be, wouldn't it? People have a hard time adjusting to life outside the capital. On the open sea, the rules tend to change, but customs don't change with them. Mr. Morton is a prime example of that, and you will probably experience the same. The trick, though, is to accept change. It's something that people like Morton will never understand. But you might.
I confirmed that I wanted change.
If there's anything I want, then it's change. To finally be able to do things differently for a while. I'm done with the old rules.
We're done.
There's a reason I picked you from the lot. I rarely choose anybody who is unfit for a life at sea.
Nice selection.
Now for your tour. Welcome aboard His Lordship's vessel, Herald.
Thanks, buddy. It's an amazing looking boat. Look at that
A
rooster.
Cromwellian class Protectorate clipper launched in 1851. As one of the fastest sailing ships in the mercantile fleet, she can reach a top speed of 18 knots. During her short life, she has already set multiple records sailing to the colonies and back along the famous Indigo route.
Wow. What records?
What records did she break?
Several speed records, of which the most important one was the race against the DeWitt-class clipper HLV Crowing. The Herald beat her by 3 days on a return voyage from the colonies to the capital. She set a record time of 78 days, 5 hours, and 16 minutes. Now let's move on to the deckhouse.
The bilge pump on the weather deck was used every day. Even in good weather, some water tends to end up below decks.
The Cromwellian-class ship type is named after one of the Protectorate's founding fathers, Oliver Cromwell. These ships are merchant clippers, built with trade in mind. Making money is their sole purpose. The Herald is an indigo clipper, which means she mainly takes shipments of indigo powder to the Protectorate homeland. With this powder, we make the paint that coats the hulls of our ships, and the dye that gives the fabric of our clothes its bright blue hue.
Wow. I'm gonna listen.
You've lived in the capital, Devon. Never noticed the rooftops of its buildings or the clothes of its people? Everything has been colored blue there. The color blue touches on much that the Protectorate holds dear. And indigo is made from a plant that produces the only known blue dye that withstands heavy wear. Until anybody finds a cheaper substitute, the indigo trade remains an invaluable part of our economy.
Wow.
I never really thought about blue dye in that way. Sounds like a huge undertaking.
It is, but that's not without reason. After all, the Protectorate is built upon free market principles that foster progress through supply and demand. Its people get paid an equal share for the work they do, and with this money they are free to do with as they wish. I am not fond of life on shore, but even I can see that the system works. For most people, at least. Now, onto the bow of the ship.
You'd think hauling up the sloop would be an easy task, but it looks like you'd be wrong. I'm trying, says Daniel. Man, look how... I bet that thing's super heavy. Yikes.
Taking a short break to get water from the scuttlebutt was usually just an excuse to congregate with fellow sailors. I was wise enough not to stretch this privilege, not wanting the captain getting cranky with me.
I love how even on a ship in the 19th century, there's the water cooler at the office for people to kind of hang out and take breaks. That's what's really cool about Herald. It feels a bit in that way like Moby Dick almost, where you're on a ship and you're learning about all the intricacies of day-to-day life at that time period. You know, they're whaling, we're trading, but you get, I mean, it is a period drama. Like, you're getting a taste, even though it's an alternate universe, of the politics, of the economics, the class business, the colonialism, like, what life is like here on the boat. Is this guy? He's been boozing it. They're doing fine hauling up the sloop, aren't they? I'd just get in the way, that's right.
We are standing on the weather deck right now, where you will work every day ensuring the safe passage to the colonies. You will be tasked with tying the knots, reefing the sails, and swabbing the decks.
I don't do no swabbing.
There will be no talking to first-class passengers, no idling around the ship at night, no begging, no fighting, no stealing, and most of all, don't get caught trespassing.
But I was really hoping to explore and maybe steal a few things, pick a fight, beg with some first-class passengers for some money. Are you telling me that's a no?
Now that sounds like a lot for you to worry about, right?
I don't think it'll be a problem.
I'll manage.
That's what I thought. Don't worry, it'll get tedious soon enough. Keep in mind that the dining saloon in the deckhouse is only for first-class passengers and officers during this trip.
Okay, so I'm going in to steal and beg.
This was a special request by Senator Morton, so please steer clear from the saloon if you want to keep out of trouble. Anyone without a blue coat should just use the service stairs through this door here. Now, is there anything in particular you would like to know?
Where do I get that blue coat?
What if I wanted a blue coat? Where do I get one?
You'll have to earn one. The captain is an honest man. He'll reward hard work.
When you say honest, what do we mean by that?
But don't expect him to promote you anytime soon. It took me years before I earned mine.
What are your measurements exactly? Just out of curiosity.
Now just go through this door, past the officers' cabins, and you'll find the service stairs on your right-hand side. Down those stairs you'll find the crew's quarters and your bed. That concludes the tour, Devon. I hope you enjoyed it.
It's been great. It's been great. I'm just going to not do any work and hang out in the saloon.
I will have to stay out here. I'm on watch tonight.
The bosun will wake you up tomorrow morning to prepare you for the day.
Okay, then.
Good night.
Well,
There was one particular corner on the main deck where the captain couldn't see you from the poop or front deck. Littered with boxes, barrels, and sacks, it provided cover for those in a bit of a lazy mood.
yeah, there we go. This is going to be our new hangout.
All day long you could hear the chickens cackle. Though the meat was reserved for friends of the captain, their eggs were a special treat for the crew at weekends. The capstan is a rotating device that is used to apply force to ropes, cables, and hawsers. But I've heard that some captains tie disobedient sailors to it, with their arms and legs spread across the levers.
Yikes. Sounds kind of fun. You get to go for a spin. Mm-hmm.
But I don't want to. And take this thing back. But Ian, it's a gift. I don't need it. I don't need any of this.
Uh-oh.
Get out. I didn't mean to. Get out.
That was awkward.
The barrels were filled with rum. I wouldn't be surprised if they were placed there on special request.
Indeed.
I know you are out there, and even though Mother taught me to address you properly, I know your language is different from ours. Please, hear my prayer. Listen to my heart.
Wow. Let's let the guy, let's let him pray. Guy needs to pray. I'm not gonna drop any eaves. That man looks like he's crying.
It was a peculiar place for a sink. I suspect it didn't fit in the officers' cabins. God forbid that officers have to use the same one as the rest of us.
God forbid indeed.
Boxes, big and small, were everywhere on the Herald. I wondered what was inside the one on the table, but I didn't dare to open it. The playing cards, strewn everywhere, seemed to indicate that the sailors liked to play games. I preferred to write in my journal, rather than occupying myself with such silly things. The apples reminded me of home. Looking out of the window of my small room, I used to dream about this journey while staring at the fruit trees in the garden. I'll admit I did consider trying on the blue coat, but the chance of someone noticing was too high.
Yeah. That dude's passed out. Oh, I hope you didn't hear. Never mind. I don't want to talk right now. Nah, dude, I didn't eavesdrop on you.
It was getting late. I had to go to bed.
Let's call it a night.
All hands on deck. The sun is out and breakfast is served on the gun deck.
Oh boy. Here's the boatswain.
You too, boy. Ian!
Oh, I'm not well, sir. It's probably the food from last night. I don't really feel like eating anything right now.
Oh, really? Well, I don't trust Andres bangers and mash either, but you won't make me believe that they made you sick. That would be way too convenient for you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not lying, Caleb. My stomach tells me that something's wrong.
That's Mr. Haywood to you, boy. And I know exactly what you're thinking. You heard that Ludlow was sick this morning, so you're trying to blame it on the food.
Oh, Ludlow's sick?
Nice try, boy. Now get up and start running.
No, I won't. You can't force me.
Oh boy.
I'm going on strike.
Ha! Don't make me laugh, kid. You wouldn't last a day.
What's wrong with Ludlow?
Is Ludlow really sick? What does he have? He looked fine yesterday.
He looked kind of pale when he went to bed last night. Probably seasick or something. You the new guy. Rensburg, ain't it?
You got that right.
I'm Haywood, the boatswain on this here ship. You should report to Officer Brunswick at the helm. Needs this boy to do an errand for him. But since this wretch won't get out of bed, maybe you ought to do it.
I will.
You up for that?
I'm up.
No problem, Haywood. I'll get right to it.
Just follow the instructions Officer Brunswick gives you. Now, off to the helm with you.
Well, all right then. So, we need to go to the helm. We got some people who are sick. We're going to help out here on the Herald. And everyone, I think this is a good place to stop our first episode about Herald, the interactive period drama. And I'd love to know what you think of this game so far. Do you enjoy playing narrative adventure games, virtual novel type experiences? This has, in my opinion, cool animation, nice pleasant music, pleasant graphics as well, good voice acting, and an interesting story. And I'm curious to know more about what's going on here on the ship and how I distinguished myself and grew all the way up into the ranks of captain, if that's indeed what did happen. And I'm going to put a link in the description below to the Steam page so you can check out the game if you're interested, want to follow along with it, and maybe wishlist if you want to pick it up. Everybody, thank you so much for watching. Take care.